Steve.
Hey. Well, always something new. Last year it was a fancy new planter. A year before, a combination harvester binder. What is it this time?
Well, it's a new kind of barley. If it does what they say, we ought to triple our yield. Come harvest time, the coastal and western won't have half enough freight cars to haul our crops.
Ooh, I'm for that.
Whoa! Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My good friends, how are you today, huh? Hello, Mr. Minter.
Hello.
Neoclis, all my good friends. Hey, you never meet my little brother, Alexandros.
Howdy. Howdy, name's Nick.
That's what I say, Neoclis. You got a good Greek name, huh?
Tikanis, kala epravisto.
That's enough. How many times I have to tell you? Talk American. How you expect to learn American if you all the time talk Greek?
Hello. Please, how you are? Me, I am fine.
Ah, that's enough. My little brother's only in this country for a short time. He doesn't learn to talk so good yet. But after I teach him, he learns to talk good like me. Perfect, huh?
Look at him, all dressed up like he's going to a funeral.
Well, now, how about
huh?
that? Where you go all suited up like that, Bolders, huh?
Alexandros, show them.
What do you got there?
Well, I got peaches.
Ah, you see? One for you, and one for you.
All right this early?
Ah, why you think I picked my place outside of the hill, huh? For catch the sun, for make ripe early, huh? Go on, bite, eat. Ah, sweet sugar, huh?
Good.
Hey, don't chew them. You just let them melt in the mouth, huh?
Where are you taking these?
San Francisco. Well, how much are people going to pay for peaches like that in a small town like this? Nothing, right? But in a big city like San Francisco, full with plenty people, well, they go crazy when they see my peaches. They pay good money just to buy them.
How much do you figure they'll pay you for a box of these, landed on the Embarcadero?
Plenty rich people, San Francisco. For early peaches like that, they pay maybe $2, $3, $4, $5, maybe $6 for the one box. How much it costs for the ticket for me and my peaches to San Francisco on the train, huh?
Come on in the office. We'll figure it out.
Alexandros, unload the wagon, huh?
How many boxes are you shipping?
100.
100. And how many pounds do you figure in a box?
Oh, 30 pounds, etchi-ketchi. That's a little more, a little less.
That is exactly $120 for shipping your peaches and $2.30 for a round-trip ticket, and that adds up to $122.30.
How much, you say?
Well, that's 4 cents a pound, 30 pounds to a box, and 100 boxes.
$1.20 for the one box?
Well, peaches out of season take special handling.
I don't go down to $20.
That's all right. It's all right. You just pay me out of what you make.
Claristo, thank you very much. Then what I got left for myself?
What you'd get for an honest day's work.
Told you to eat that peaches. Son of a gun, I know paper says about it. You cheat! What's me? Robber cheats me! I know pay! I know pay 4 cents a pound! $120! Never!
Honor! Don't get him out of here!
You robber! Honor! You cheat! Honor!
Get him out of here! All right. He's gone local. I'll go call the sheriff.
Cheat me! You don't cheat me, you... Next levy, Alexandros! Next levy!
come on, Frank. It takes two to make a fight.
Garco started it.
Well, according to what I hear, he had due provocation. Is that right, Nick? That's right.
Mr. Sheriff, why you lock me up like a chicken?
What did I do to my brother?
Now, just take it easy. Take it
He's
easy.
been bellering like that ever since I locked him up. I'd almost be glad to get rid of him.
I can't breathe in here. Sheriff! Sheriff, please!
What do you say, Frank? Let him go. I'll give you my personal guarantee he won't cause you any more trouble.
I'll do it.
Jonathan, you my best friend. You tell the sheriff to let me out, please.
Now, calm down, Bodos. First, I want your word. No more trouble.
All right, no trouble. I give the word.
All right, Frank, I'll be responsible for it.
Good. Now I go to the depot and break Minter's neck.
Wait a minute. Now, you gave me your word.
That's all right. I just going to break his neck, then I come back and you lock me up again, huh?
Nick, stop him!
Whoa! I just want to break his neck a little bit.
You do that and I'll lock you up again. This time I'll throw away the key.
And while you're sitting in jail, Bodos, what's going to happen to those peaches of yours?
They rot. But Minter's neck be broken.
Come on, think straight. You want to get that crop of yours on the afternoon train, don't you?
Yeah. But I don't let Minter cheat me.
How much did you say he was going to charge you for those peaches?
4 cents a pound. $1.20 a box. $120. He's the biggest crook under the earth, I tell you.
What? That's got to be a mistake.
Oh, no mistake. I have 2 nice ears.
Heath, why don't you and Nick take the boys over to the saloon and buy them a little drink? I'll go down and see Minter and try and straighten this thing out.
That's a good idea.
Afternoon, Steve. Jared. Say, that's kind of a tender-looking eye you've got there.
You know, he was aiming to kill me.
Oh, I don't think so, Steve. As a matter of fact, he claims you kind of provoked him into it.
You his lawyer?
Well,
This is going to cost him. It's going to cost him plenty. Damages here and doctor's expenses.
Oh, now, Steve, it seems kind of a shame to have all this trouble over a simple misunderstanding that could have been avoided. You see, if Mr. Garco spoke English better, he probably would have understood what you were trying to tell him. You see, he thought that you were going to charge him 4 cents a pound to ship those peaches.
Well, that's right. That's what I am charging him. $1.20 a box.
How much?
You heard what I said.
Well, you only charged us 25 cents a box to ship our crop last year.
That was in season. Everyone was shipping. Prices were low. Do you know what Garcus is going to get for his peaches in San Francisco? Now, he told me this himself. He may get as high as $6 a box.
And you figure you're entitled to your cut, is that it?
Well, if he makes a profit, it's only fair that we make ours.
That's not railroad policy.
It's my job to see that this office makes money. And if Garcus ships his peaches to San Francisco, it'll cost him the same as it'd cost you if you were shipping out of season.
You know something, Steve? Kind of lucky for you that we're not.
Why?
Well, because if we were, you'd have yourself another black eye. Bartender, I'd like to buy my friend here a little drink. What'd you find out?
He does not have to say. His long face tells you what he finds out.
I found out that Bodos had plenty of provocation.
What that means for provocation?
Well, that means if you want to go ahead and break Minter's neck, you have my blessing.
Thank you very much.
Whoa, hold it! He was only joking.
Well, those Garcos no make jokes.
Maybe it was a mistake. No, no mistake.
All right. I'm going to write a letter to the president. You, the lawyer, you write what I say. Dear Mr. President, Fodor Masazaria Garcas, new citizen, sends you greetings.
Wait a minute, Bodos. Would you settle for a senator?
Senator? What that means?
Well, a senator...
Oh, a senator is like a pasha in Anatolia. That's good. Send a letter to the senator. Dear Mr. Senator, Bodos wants to know if you know what is going in...
wait a minute, Bodos, wait a minute. Sam Bridger is a state senator from this county, and he lives right here in Stockton. How would you like to tell him in person?
Hey, that's better yet. Alexandros, you wait here. Everything's going to be all right. Come on, let's go.
I appreciate that no one wants to see his labors go unrewarded. But let me point out the fact that Mr. Garkos would not be here in this fair and fertile valley were it not for the railroad.
And let me point out the fact, Senator, that the railroads would soon go broke were it not for farmers like Mr. Garkos.
Thank you very much.
The Coastal and Western is not conducting a charitable enterprise.
I'm not asking for charity, Senator. I'm simply asking that Mr. Minter take his hands out of the pocket of Mr. Garkos.
I cannot, in all good conscience, ask the man to change his policy on behalf of a single individual.
Because you'd be biting the hand that feeds you?
I beg your pardon.
Or are you denying that you're obligated to the railroads because they contribute heavily to your campaigns?
You're being grossly unfair, Jared.
Senator, I apologize, but it's imperative that Mr. Garkos get his shipment on that train today, this afternoon.
Talk like a machine. You going to help both those Garkos, yes or no?
My dear friend, you are new in this land.
He say no. You're not a good pasha. You're a bad pasha. In my country, you know what we do with a bad pasha? We take the knife and...
Bodos. In this country, we cut the throat with a vote. There's less satisfaction, but it's equally as effective.
Bodos Garkos does not need you. Bodos does not need anybody.
Now, Jared, you know very well I'd be more than glad to help you if you came to me with an important issue.
Well, Senator, unless I've misread the Constitution, the rights of an individual is the most important issue.
Hey, Garkos.
Mr. Garkos, I know your friend.
All right, Mr. Garkos. You're going to need money to pay for damages. You better unload your peaches if you're going to make the afternoon train.
How much you say for the haul?
Same as before, 4 cents a pound.
Ne pate storiablo e sicito treno.
Bodos, come on. That's not going to do any good. He was home, all right. What do you say?
Senator, he's like the Hodger in Anatolia. You give him the watermelons, he thinks he's a donkey eggs. Talks like a machine. Pa, 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 pa. Ila Alexandre.
Hey, wait a minute, Bodos. Where are you going?
To San Francisco. We don't need the train. We go on the wagons.
Wagon? Oh, no.
Why, you shake your head this way, that way. You don't think we can make it, huh?
It's a long way to San Francisco in a wagon.
Ah, but every step the horses makes it a little shorter, huh? Ila Alexandre.
Well, I'm for a drink. You know, they're going to be on the road 3 or 4 days without any grub.
Well, I got lots of peaches.
Why you stop, eh? I was singing so beautiful.
I don't feel happy.
You are unhappy here in America? You are not glad you came, eh?
In Anatolia, we have wicked men who rob us and cheat us. Here we have men like Minter and that Senator Bridger. Did I come 5,000 miles to find Bad Pasha?
Well, I can see you are filled with complaints. Have you anything else to say?
What else is there? For months we work like jackals. We got wagon load of pitches. We can't even ship it to market.
Tell me, Alexei, what would happen if I went to the man like Minter in Anatolia, eh? And I called him a thief? And I broken his nose, and I smashed all the office up, huh?
Zaptia would arrest you.
In Anatoly, the Zapatia would not arrest me. They would shoot me, right? Psh, they put it right through the head. Ah, Alexandros. But here in America, we have 40 acres of rich land. In Anatoly, all we have is the grave. And we don't even own that. Here we have a nice wagon, 2 horses to put the peaches to the market. In Anatoly, we would be the horses. 2 camels working like the donkeys, carrying somebody else's crops to the market on our backs. Am I right, Alexei? Sure, here in America, Aleximu, we are rich. I mean, not rich in the gold you hold in the hand, but rich in dreams. And if someone tries to spoil the dreams, you cut his throat with the sharpest knife under the earth, the vote. I promise you, my little brother, we are going to hold the peaches to the market. We are going to get a good price for them, and nobody's going to stop us. Nobody. And what we are going to do with the money? We are going to send for a wife for you. And a wife for me, huh?
There you go. Dreaming again.
First you dream, and then you make the dream come true. Adrenatro godissime. Come on, I feel like singing.
Ambeli mumore paliama bello, che frisca taremno mat.
Basta, basta, basta. Basta, basta. Why you stop us? Move from the way, please.
Matter, can't you read? This road's closed, all wagons hauling freight.
You don't stop me, I go.
It's against the law to trespass across private property.
The road cross, we cross. Alexandros, take the horses across the track.
I'm warning you, Garkos.
All right, that's far
Take
enough.
them across, Alexandros! Alexandros! Aleximo.
Better get him to the doctor.
Where's the doctor?
Follow me. Bring him in here, Bolus.
Hey, doctor, you take good care of my little brother, huh? Alexandros. Alexikimo. The doctor's going to find out what's wrong and make you all well again.
Come on, Bodos. Come
No
away.
way,
Let the
Alex.
doctor work.
No!
Bodos, Bodos.
No, he's my brother.
Let the doctor work. Come on over here and just calm down and tell me what happened.
The wagon runs over him.
Where?
You know where the road crosses the tracks? The man that works for Minter. What's his name?
Sam Potter?
Sam Potter. He tried to stop us. He said this private property.
I'm afraid he's right, Bodos.
Storiablo, we have private property. The road belongs to the people.
Gerard, this man is dead.
He's not dead. He lives. He lives. You make him well again, doctor, just like he knew. Alexandros. Alexiki. Alexi. Alexi. My little brother. God, forgive. Santos, sweet little brother. I give the word. I am not through with that man, Minter.
Otis, I want you to know our home is always open to you.
Alexei and me, we had such dreams. Little dreams. But they're big for us. Now Alexei is dead.
I'm very, very sorry.
I make a promise to my little brother. Tomorrow morning early, I'm going to get my peaches and go to San Francisco. Only this time, I take the gun. If anybody tries to stop me, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
I don't think he's serious, Mother.
He was serious. Tomorrow morning, he will try to cross the tracks. And Minter will stop him.
But why stop him? He's just one little farmer.
But he isn't just one little farmer. There are hundreds in the valley like him. Minter knows that if he lets Bodos get away with it, the others might get the same idea.
But tomorrow morning he'll be alone.
He doesn't have to be alone.
Alexandros. I'll kill them and I'll kill you. Blood for the blood. Don't say nothing, eh? Don't try to stop me. I'm going to San Francisco.
I'm not trying to stop you, Bodos. Take a look over there. We're going with you.
Well, you didn't think we'd let you hog all those high prices in San Francisco, did you? We like money, too, you know.
Bodos understands. He thanks you very much.
Oh, our load will probably bring more than yours anyway.
You make fun, huh, Sports? I know your peaches are not ripe yet. You pick them green, huh?
Why, they're so hungry for peaches up there in San Francisco, they'll buy them anyway, Bodos.
Bodos knows what you're doing. You come to see that Bodos does not get hurt. Son of a gun, you're the best of friends I have on the earth.
Well, it's a long way to San Francisco, so let's get rolling.
Minter! Mr. Minter! I have a little question to ask you. This time you think I get to San Francisco? Huh? What do you think, huh, Mr. Minter? Adembros.
freight that moves out of Stockton moves through me or it doesn't move. That goes for the Barclays. You better get going.
Still closed to all wagons hauling freight.
Sure, I know. You told me that before. Only this time we open. The Oakland's Heath, you ready? We cut across the trucks.
Wait a minute, Bodos. Wait a minute.
Well, why you stop? They try to stop us, we fight.
You want to fight these gentlemen, or do you want to get your peaches to market?
I want to fight.
Well, getting these peaches to market is a fight, too, and that's the one we want to win.
How we go?
We'll take the long way around.
Okay. We do like you say.
They'll go down Niles Canyon Road, over Altamont to the coast, and right up to San Francisco.
Well, looks like the Barclays have outfoxed it. They won't have to cross the tracks once.
Well, that's a long way. A lot could happen. I give you my word, they won't get to San Francisco.
Basta! Oh!
What's the matter?
My peaches. The sun will cook my peaches.
They look all right to me.
What's the trouble?
Bodos is worried about the sun ruining his peaches.
Why don't we just wet down the canvas?
We don't have any water.
How far's nearest water hole?
Indian Springs is just up ahead. We can get water there.
Let's go.
Good.
Heath.
Bodos? Oh, ain't that pretty?
I'm sweet. Sweet as a pretty girl's kiss.
Boy, Hattie, that's some peach. Hey, that's not a peach. That's a dream. Oniero. Bodos never tell you his dream, huh? Far away in Anatolia is a pretty girl who waits for Bodos. Ah, she's pretty. Her eyes are big like that peaches. Her name, Noran. That means a bright star. In this dream, Bodos comes to America, buys the land, plants the orchard. The trees come up, makes a crop, the pink blossoms come. Bodos picks the peaches, put them in a box nice, and ships to San Francisco. And sells it for plenty of money. Then, Bodos takes their money, ships to Anatoly, and Iran. She catches the boat, catches the train. She comes to Stockton. And Bodos marry with his Norani Kimble. And we have a big party afterwards. Everybody comes. Lots of singing, dance, drink. And we all have long life and plenty happiness.
What's the matter, Bodos?
Bodos is so happy, but where is Alexei? Dead. Buried in the ground. Alexandros. My sweet little brother. No happiness for you.
Oh, outside of Sam Gruber's purple prose, it's not bad.
Not bad? You mean it's all true?
It is indeed.
You knew your sons were
I
involved.
not only knew, I approved.
I don't want to alarm you unduly, Victoria, but your sons may encounter serious difficulty with Minter.
You mean like Bodis's brother? Or he was killed. Or have you forgotten?
That was just a tragic accident. It would all have blown over. It's just a tempest in a teapot if your sons had kept out of it.
Well, all they're doing is hauling their crops to market.
With the Barclays involved in this, every newspaper in the valley will take it up and examine it.
Good, good. The more publicity, the better. Soon everyone will know what's taking place in Stockton.
It's bound to make trouble.
Well, let's hope it makes Coastal and Western use better judgment and not let every station master set the rates as he pleases.
The Barclays are important people. The entire valley is watching your sons, and what they do is a reflection on your family.
They're just standing up for citizens' rights. Now, there's no harm in that. You told Jared you wished he had come to you with an important issue. Well, now you have one. Isn't it about time, Senator, that you stood up to be counted? Or would you rather wait until events force you?
Minter do this. He blows up the road.
Let's don't jump to conclusions.
Yeah, you're right. His men had set a charge, we'd have heard a blast.
Then who do this?
The last rains could have loosened those rocks.
Makes no difference how it happens. We're really stuck now. Looks like Minter wins and we lose.
No, we haven't. Not yet, anyway.
How are we going to move the rocks?
We got 2 team of horses right back here. Come on. All right. Take it away.
Come on, Bodo.
Santos. I think that'll do it.
Kuklismu, trabate! Kuklismu. Adembros! Trabate!
Oh, now, just what are you saying to these horses?
Why, I make the love talk. I beg them pull.
Well, I'll take the lines and you get back there and push.
Get up there! Whoa!
Next time, I suggest you save those kisses for your Nora Nicky boo. Somebody's at those horses.
Now, somebody was at the horses.
See, Bolos is right. Mr. follows us. What we're going to do?
We're going to scatter out and find those horses. That's what we're going to do. They may be coming back. I better stay with those wagons. Right, let's get going.
Vilquesmo. Elate semena. Vilquesmo forades. Come to the Bolos. Come, honeys. Come, babies. Vilquesmo. Kuklak, yamu. Kuklak, kuklak. Kuklak, 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 yamu. You don't find the horses?
Not a one. But with all those smacking kisses of yours, you'd think your horses would come running.
What's that? Sounds like the man calling the pigs.
Must be a farm around here somewhere. Sounds like it's coming from over beyond those trees.
Maybe he sees our horses.
Nope, they didn't come this way or I'd have seen them. Sorry, can't help you.
How are we going to pull the wagon?
It's a fine-looking string of horses you got there, mister. We only need a couple of teams, and we'd be mighty grateful for the loan. Naturally, we expect to pay. Just name your price. We wouldn't have a chance of finding horses anywhere else. Sorry. Now, look, we only need them for a couple of days. But if you're willing to sell, we're willing to buy. It spoils a horse to be driven by strangers.
Thank you very much for nothing. Looks like that man got a big heart, big like the fleece.
Well, they're his horses. He doesn't have to loan them to us.
Looks like he's a good friend to the railroad.
Hold on. Your name, Barkley? That's right. And yours?
Prodromos Osaria Garcos. My friends call me Bodos.
You the folks who are giving the railroad a hard time?
Well, I guess you could say that.
Well, I'd be right proud to give you the loan of all the horses you need. Just step right in there and pick out the ones you want.
Well, thank you very much.
Tisim veni. Kurastikete. Adene payaname. What's the matter with these horses?
They just don't understand Greek. All you have to say is giddy up.
Giddy up!
I figure we'll be in San Francisco by noon tomorrow.
Sooner the better. We don't know when they'll hit next.
Yeah, don't make no difference what time we get to San Francisco now.
What's the matter, Bodos?
They're racket. The whole load is rotten. Look at that.
Rotten.
Look, your peach is not rotten. Look at that. They're just like the new.
Let me see that.
Crazy penis, why you not? Why you don't wait till Bodos gets to San Francisco? Wait a minute, Bodos. Wait a minute.
I don't think it's all that tragic.
Why, I lose the load.
But you've learned something.
What I learned, don't fight Minter, put the peaches on the train to San Francisco, let Minter cheat. That's what I learned.
No. You've learned to pick your fruit sooner. You learn to pick right, and you can probably ship your crop as far as Kansas City or Chicago or maybe even New York.
Next year. I promised Noran I sent for her this year. How can I ask her to wait?
Well, now, maybe she doesn't have to wait.
I have no load. I have no peaches to sell.
What do you say, boys? You got a load?
That's right, he sure does.
We're all in this together.
Hey, you've been friends. The best of friends I have under the earth. Come on.
Now, I'll tell you what. We'll divide up that load, put half of them on your wagon. That way we'll travel lighter and make better time. Let's get those rotten peaches off of there. What do you say?
Here.
Hold it. Get down from up there. Keep your hands away from your guns. All right, move over there. Soak 'em.
What he's doing?
Kerosene.
We're gonna cook your peaches. Turn them into jam.
Don't hurt my peaches.
Bodos, take it easy.
Wait a minute. You burn them wagons and you're buying yourself a pack of trouble. I'll find you, boy. I'll find you and dig you out of whatever hole you're hiding in.
Don't hurt my peaches! Finished. Everything's finished. My peaches. Look.
Hey, Bodos. Bodos, take a look at this. They didn't all burn. We've still got some peaches to deliver to San Francisco.
Where are we at? 2 or 3 boxes? Big load.
Now, look, Bodos, I don't know about you, but I didn't come this far to let them stop me now. We can put one wagon together out of this, and if all we can deliver to San Francisco is one box, that's all that matters. Don't you see, we'll have proved our point.
Right, Bodos?
Right. Right. Bodos, I feel the wind on my face. I smell the ocean.
Getting near the coast, Bodos.
Hey, trovati alla cacchia mu. Fammi regalare. You see, the horses, they learn to understand Greek.
Talk to them, Bodos. Talk to them.
Fammi, adem rost. Hey, basta. San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Hey, we
Bodos.
made it!
Alexandros, my sweet little brother, what I tell you? The man Minter doesn't stop me. San Francisco, here comes Bodos Garcos with a little bit of wagon load of dreams. Come on, the Oakleys, let's go. Hey, Guapiapiamo. Hello, everybody. Hey, is anybody home? Bodos Garcos has come for a little visit.
Bodos, you look wonderful.
And carry some, Mrs. Barkley. Good to see you.
Everybody's home. Come
Hey,
in.
you look nice too, Mrs. Barkley. Jared, Heath, the Oakleys, also all my good friends. You're the best of friends I have under the earth.
Of course you remember Senator Bridges.
Senator Bridger, the Pasha. He's my friend too, but a special kind, eh? Senator Bridger, you're such a good friend. Where are you when we need you? With this hand, I think I cut your throat. When I vote the next election.
Well, maybe by then I can persuade you to change your mind. As I was just telling the Barclays, what happened to you will never happen again. I saw the traffic manager in San Francisco. I convinced him that Steve Minter had exceeded his authority as a station master. And he has been fired. And he's agreed to make full restitution for your peaches. And now, with the blessings of the governor and the full cooperation of Coastal and Western, I'm going to introduce a bill that will set equitable rates and guarantee fair treatment for all the people.
Good.
Comparos, is good?
It's great.
Well, maybe I don't cut your throat when I vote the next election. Maybe I even vote for you, huh? Well, Mrs. Barkley, today the telegram comes from Anatoly. Noran says she catches the boat, and soon she will be in Stockton. Ah, then you will see my Noraniki move. Then you will see how pretty she is. The hair is long to the feet and black like the charcoal. She's like the angels. And Audra, you eat good, a lot of Greek food. Grape leaves, I cook them for you myself. And then you get nice and fat. Like my Noraniki, and you'll be pretty, too. I tell you, Mrs. Barkley, she's strong like the bull. As soon as she comes, we go to have the wedding right away. I'm going to have the priest, and you never see the Greek wedding, huh?
No.
Ah, something you'll be surprised. You never see like in your life. They put the crown this way, change them. Ah, you like it very much. Then we're going to have the big party afterwards. And I'm going to play the bouzouki, and we're going to laugh and sing and drink, and everybody's you welcome. And you welcome too, Senator Bridger. And then maybe you and me, we do the Greek dance, huh? Ah, SAP la musica.
Fire! You're all right. They started the fire. I know, you're all right now. Jim! They killed Jim! Mark, I'm sorry. Baby, she's still in the house. Oh, God. My baby! No! My baby! No! Let me get my baby! Let me go! Let me get my baby! Let me go! No! Let me go! My baby's in there! Let me go! No! Let me go! How can we ever thank you?
That won't be necessary, ma'am. I don't... Victoria?
David? David Winker! Oh, David! Oh!
How is she?
Well, it will take a little time.
They got a place to stay for tonight.
She has a sister in town. I'll take her there. I can't get over it, David. Meeting you like this after all these years.
Neither can I.
Time has touched you lightly.
And you. You're still the most beautiful woman I ever saw.
Thank you. Tell me, David, what have you been doing all these years?
Oh, nothing very much. Drifting mostly since the war.
Drifting? But you had so many plans.
They went astray, Victoria. Somewhere marched in the mud of the Confederate Army. They went astray.
I'm sorry, David.
Excuse me. I want to thank you for saving little Becky. It was a brave thing to do, and we're all mighty grateful.
Oh, no, thanks necessary. Glad to be able to do it.
This is David Winker.
Oh, I thought so. I'm Will Briggs, head of the Ranchers Committee.
Oh, yeah. Glad to meet you, Mr. Briggs.
You made good time. Must have ridden pretty steady.
I did.
Now you know why we got in touch with you. O'Toole's men have been hitting us pretty hard ever since our men left on the trail drive.
You got in touch with him?
Well, don't you remember? The committee voted to hire professional gunmen.
I know, but...
Well, we did. Him and his men. Wired him 3 days ago.
Oh. I didn't realize. Well, I'm sure you have things to talk over.
Well, when are your men coming?
The 25 top gunmen here by this time tomorrow.
Good. That'll pay down the odds. Same money we mentioned in the wire?
$6 a day, food and ammunition for the men. $10 a day for me.
Fine. I'll go and tell the committee.
Oh, Mr. Briggs. One little point we didn't settle, the telegrams. I must be in full charge, no questions asked.
Okay. Sure.
What's the matter, Victoria? Something wrong?
Somehow the role of a gunman doesn't fit my memory of you.
Well, we prefer to think of ourselves as protectors.
Hired guns don't make distinctions, David. They just kill.
Weren't you one of those who voted to hire us?
No, I voted against it. I hoped there would be another choice.
The soldiers are hired guns, Victoria. They're hired to fight for people. Isn't that what you want us to do?
It's not the same thing. Soldiers fight for what they believe in.
I believe in those ashes out there. I'm here to see there won't be any more of them. For the moment, that's all the philosophy either you or I can afford.
Mother, I expected you home from the church meeting hours ago. I've been so worried.
I know. I'm sorry.
For your clothes, what happened?
Juan O'Toole's marauders attacked Jim Dunn's place tonight. They set fire to it.
Was anybody hurt? How's the baby?
All right, Martha, too.
And Jim?
They hung him.
Hung him?
Jim's place tonight. Crawford's 2 days ago. And the Bowen place last week.
It doesn't seem real. When O'Toole was raiding near Warren Springs and killing all those people, I thought how awful, but I was grateful we lived here. I never thought he'd dare attack so close to a big city like Stockton.
Well, the valley's too rich. O'Toole would never bypass it.
Mother, you look so exhausted. Why don't you go to bed? I'll take him in his stall.
No, it's all right. I'll let me take a few minutes. Come on, son. Come on.
Mother, Tasciano kicked over his grain barrel again.
Oh, now we'll get it out of the way.
You know, I'm glad now the committee voted to hire those gunmen. At least if there's another attack, we'll have some protection.
They'll be here in a few days, 25 of them. And a few will be posted at each ranch.
I know you were against hiring me.
Oh, maybe it's a good idea, Audra. I don't know. I just don't know. But at least I do know the man in charge. David Wincup. He arrived tonight.
David Wincup. Well, I've heard you mention him. Wasn't he an old beau?
Yes. Yes, he was. David?
Victoria. Forgive my stern, Victoria, but I was way back when I took you to the governor's lawn party.
I had the same feeling. David, this is my daughter, Audra.
Please, Miss Audra.
I'm sorry the boys aren't here. They're on the trail drive.
Mother told me what you did at the fire last night. How can we ever thank you?
Been asked to lunch in such lovely company is more than ample thanks.
I know you two must have so much to talk about. I hope I won't be interrupting.
Unfortunately, the interruption took place 30 years ago, and it wasn't nearly as pretty as you were.
As I recall, it was a leaky old whaler named Seagull, and you signed on to make your fortune in ambergris.
Ambergris?
They get it from whales, use it to make perfumes.
And did you find any?
Well, as your mother says, the Seagull was leaky. She took on a cargo of water in the North Atlantic, and that was the end of that.
Sherry or whiskey, David?
Whiskey.
Ambergris and whalers. You must have been one of Mother's most dashing suitors.
Oh, he was. And he never did anything in the usual way. The first time I saw him, he was defending 2 Chinese miners against a bunch of drifters.
And getting the beating of my life. Till the sheriff came along and arrested me for inciting a riot. Lost causes were my specialty.
That's one of the things I like best about you.
Agent? Horn, I was expecting you. This is my assistant, Mr. Horn. There's Mrs. Barkley and her daughter, Audra. Any of the boys here yet?
Yeah, I rode down with Jack and Tolly. They're right outside.
Found a place for them?
Yeah, plenty of room in the bunkhouse.
How about the ranch hands?
Well, there's only an old man. I moved him into the barn.
Good. Tell Jack and Tolly to come in.
What did he mean, moved him into the barn?
Well, I hope you don't mind, Victoria. Your ranch is the best location. I have to take it over as headquarters. I should have mentioned it, but I didn't have an opportunity. Emergencies don't leave much time for the little courtesies.
Howdy, Major.
Hello, Jack. Tolly, how's the scalp business?
Tolerable, Major, tolerable.
These are 2 of my best men. This is Mrs. Barkley and her daughter, Audra. We have some planning to do, Victoria. Where can we talk privately?
You may use the library at the straight ahead and to the right.
Thank you. Come on, boys. Comanche.
I never thought they'd be like that.
I don't think anyone did.
Nice shooting.
Yeah, not bad. Jack, there's a dress shop. Don't you want to get that little Mexican gal of yours a present?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Come on, old Peter.
Good morning, gentlemen. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, one about dress. Something fancy.
For what sort of occasion?
Wing-ding.
Well, I have some new bolts of satin that just came in from the east.
Satin?
The colors are lovely.
Okay, let's see 'em.
Is the young lady dark or fair?
Dark. Lots of fire.
I see. Well, this blue flat is almost any complexion.
I ain't bright enough. I want something that'll make the whole saloon sit up and take notice.
Hey, Jack, look at this. Pretty? That little gal look good in yellow, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, can't you just see her in this, man? All that black hair flying and those red lips.
I'm sorry. That dress was made for someone else, a special order.
How much?
I can't. It's impossible. The customer wants to wear it tonight.
So make her another one.
It's not for sale, I tell you.
How much?
Please. She's only 18. It's for her engagement party.
She got dark hair? Good, it'll look a lot better on my gal then.
Wasn't that Elsie Gordon's engagement dress?
I didn't want to sell it to them, but they made me.
Made you?
I don't know what to say to Elsie.
I'll tell the sheriff.
No, Victoria, please. I'd rather let it go. I'm all alone here, you know, and they're so rough.
I understand.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was an accident. Here, let me clean it up for you. There.
Give me that. Now, don't make no more accidents.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Hey, Barbara, what is this stuff?
It's an astringent, straight from Paris. Very expensive. Yep, hey. Oh, it's just a little nick. I'll clean it up. Nothing to worry about. There you are.
Smells like whiskey to me. What do you use it for?
You put it on after you shave.
Yeah? Ah! That stuff's really something, isn't it?
There you are.
Come on, Charlie, let's go.
That'll be 50 cents.
50 cents?
Uh-huh.
That's about enough for 2 shaves. Don't you think so, Tolly?
Well, it is a little bit steep, but he does deserve something.
Yeah. Especially after he cut me up the way he did.
It was an accident. I told him that.
Well, as long as he's charging me for 2 shaves, how about giving him 1?
Well, that seems like a fair idea to me. Hand me that razor over here, Jack.
Wait a minute, fellas, please. You see, it's getting late, and I've got to close up.
Come over here and sit down and
I've got to get out of here, fellas. You don't understand. You see, I'm a very important man in this town, and there's a big meeting tonight, and I don't want you to do anything that you're going to be sorry for. So please, fellas, don't do this. Please, fellas, don't do this.
Don't, but... No, please, no. Oh.
Now that's a 50-cent shave.
We ain't even gonna charge you a cent.
Good afternoon, Victoria.
Hello, David.
I saw you leave the house, so I took the liberty of following. You shouldn't go out alone. O'Toole's men could be anywhere.
Well, it never occurred to me. I suppose they could.
They're watching us right now. Look.
Oh, yes, mirror signals.
O'Toole used his own code. It's very effective. Over there. He's got a man in every strategic ridge the way to move in this valley escapes him.
It's difficult to think of familiar places as dangerous.
You heading someplace, want me to escort you?
No, I just came up here to think, to try and see things more clearly.
Well, what do you want to see more clearly?
You. I don't know if you're the man I remember or just a stranger with a gun.
Don't seem to have much faith in either.
It's hard to have faith in something you're afraid of. David, your men have terrorized this whole town.
What do you mean, terrorize? As far as I know, there's been some horseplay, but no real trouble.
Well, what do you call shooting up a town, buying a dress that doesn't belong to you, pushing people off the street?
Now, look, Victoria, these men ain't disciplined soldiers. You can't expect them to act like it. You handle them lightly or not at all.
Handle them lightly? While they strip people of their dignity and flout the law? Don't you mean give them special privileges?
What you call special privilege is just them letting off steam. I ain't making excuses. They're ruthless men. They live violently and die that way. But you can't fight marauders with a band of angels. Not and get the job done.
Is that what you've become, David? A man who gets the job done? No matter what else happens on the way?
Things might have been different. Audrey and those sons you raised might have been mine. Wish things were different, Victoria. If you can't believe anything else, you can believe that.
Where you going, honey?
Home.
Awful early, ain't it? Why don't you let us buy you a drink?
Gotta cook supper for my little girl. She's waiting.
Well, now, a pretty little gal like you ought to be dancing, not cooking.
Yeah, we'll buy you supper, honey.
Oh, I can't. My kid's waiting, I tell you.
Let her wait.
Yeah.
Oh, leave me alone.
Hey, what's
Let
going
me
on?
alone.
Turn the lady loose. You stay out of this, Pop.
Turn her loose or I'll call the sheriff.
Now, how about that drink?
I don't care what the charges are, Sheriff. They've got to be dropped.
Dropped? After smashing that window? To say nothing of the feeding Carson folk.
The ranchers committee will take care of all the damages, Frank. And the doctor bills, too. Won't cost him a penny.
What about the girl? You going to pay her for being scared half to death?
Oh, come on, Sheriff. The girl was hardly touched. As a saloon hostess, I'm sure she's received rougher treatment.
Maybe so. But she's still entitled to protection.
I imagine she'll find $20 or so adequate protection.
Wincup's right, Frank. Saloon job doesn't pay much. The girl would welcome the money and forget the whole thing.
Well, maybe she would, but I wouldn't. I'm paid to protect this town, not collect bribes.
My men are paid to protect the ranchers. They can't do it from jail.
They sure can't. And if our families are killed because of it, it'll be on your head, Frank.
All right. Pay the damages and I'll let him go. But I never knew right to come out of wrong.
Excuse me.
Want to pass some time?
Why not?
What do you got on your mind?
Come on. What's your name, old man?
Jeff.
After Jeff Davis?
No, sir. Just after me.
Where are you from, Jeff?
I was born in Kentucky.
Kentucky. You hear that, fellas? He's from Kentucky.
Well, now, anybody from Kentucky ought to be able to play a harmonica real good.
No, sir. Don't play anything.
Don't play anything? Are you spoofing me? Now, everybody from Kentucky plays something.
I don't play anything.
Oh, I can't hardly believe that. I'll tell you what, Tolly's got a harmonica. Why don't you try and play it?
Mrs. Barkley's waiting for her horse to be saddled.
Give him the harmonica, Tolly.
Play.
Faster. Faster. Dance. Dance.
Let him go.
Thanks, Mrs. Barkley.
We was just funning, ma'am.
You're the poorest excuse for a human being I've ever seen.
You figure you're gonna like them marauders any better, ma'am?
Is there a difference?
Tasciano, you're the most beautiful colt in the whole valley. And you're going to win a blue ribbon this year at the county fair, too. Mother, look at him. He's standing here just like a lamb and he isn't even tied.
You'd never know he was unbroken.
By the time Nick gets home, I'll be able to show him halter class. Won't he be surprised? What is it?
Oh, this morning I caught some of David's men bullying poor old Jeff.
Why doesn't Mr. Wynkoop do something about it?
Apparently, he still doesn't think it's necessary.
Or doesn't care.
Somehow, we've just got to get word to your brothers.
But how? They must be 100 miles from here.
I don't know. We sure do need them.
They're signaling again. I almost wish they'd attack and get it over with.
I just sent a wire to the boys to send the herd on with a skeleton crew and get back here as quickly as possible.
A wire? But I thought they were on the trail with the herd.
They are, but they'll stop in Brownsville for supplies.
Well, when will they get there?
In a couple of days.
Brownsville. I hope they hurry.
Can't wait to get to Brownsville and cut some of this dust off.
Well, I figured you'd be pretty used to it. You got enough dust in all those law books of yours.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brother Nick, maybe you'd like to negotiate the contract for this herd.
No. I find my spelling pretty dusty, too.
That's what I thought.
Well.
We've just about given you up.
You must have scouted clear to Nevada.
Oh, how'd Amson dry like a spit cotton?
What happened to your canteen?
Well, the horse got the last of it this morning. You know there's not a drop of water between here and Brownsville?
Well, now, there are 3 streams. They can't all be dry.
Well, they are.
That's nearly 40 miles to Brownsville. Without water, that herd can't make it.
Well, I met an old prospector. He said there's a big water hole 20 miles east of here.
20 miles east. Do you know it, Nick?
I've heard of it. Not much grazing along the way. That's why most drives don't use it.
Well, we could cut through the pass there. Forget Brownsville.
That run's pretty short on supplies.
Well, it's better to be short on supplies and have a dry herd. We'll forget Brownsville.
All right, it's settled.
Forget Brownsville?
Too bad about that little dancer waiting for him there, isn't it?
Well, she'll just have to make do the next time I come through is all.
That's cattle business.
Hang on. Don't let her rest. You look like you've been in a fight. What happened?
We was scouting them riders, like you said. A bunch of O'Toole's men jumped us. They killed Tolly before we could get away.
You should have been on the lookout.
We was. That's how come they got Tolly. He was riding on up ahead, and all of a sudden there was about 10 of them all around him. They come at us so fast we didn't hardly have time to draw.
Better get that hand taken care of.
What do you think you're doing? Let that horse go! I said let him go! Tarzan's a gift from my brothers, and you've no right to touch him.
Easy, boy. Easy. That's a good boy. Good boy, yeah.
Wait a minute, Audra. Where you taking him?
Back to his stall where he belongs.
I'm sorry we're breaking the best stock for Remount. He's the prize of the lot.
Fremount? He's never even had a blanket on his back.
Maybe not, but he'll be broken by sunset.
Well, you can't do that. This horse is blooded stock. He has to be broken slowly or you'll ruin his spirit.
I don't care about spirit. I only care about speed.
I'm not going to let you do it.
I'm afraid you got no choice about that. Go ahead.
They're are plenty of good horses on this ranch without taking orders.
Now, I need fresh horses, Victoria. Fast horses, so my men can move quickly if O'Toole strikes.
One horse is not going to stop O'Toole.
Let me be the judge of that.
Audra has raised that horse since it was a colt. She and Nick nursed it through the colic. Why, she's been working for months with it, training it, working it free so she can exhibit it at fairs. Don't you understand?
No, I don't understand. I think you're letting sentiment interfere with your judgment.
Well, I happen to believe that sentiment is part of that judgment, and once you believed it, too.
The moment I got here, you disagreed with everything I've done. Which is the more important to you? Few minor sacrifices or the destruction of everything you've built up?
Are you sure you and your men aren't trying to destroy everything I've built up? Maybe not in the same way, but just as completely.
I've found you can be sure of very few things in this life, Victoria. But if O'Toole comes riding down from those hills, he brings death with him. You can be sure of that.
No. No more lost causes, huh, David?
I learned at prison camp that causes, lost or otherwise, are for fools.
Well, it seems I've been putting my faith in something that doesn't exist anymore, an empty image.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Nevertheless, I'll get the job done.
Oh, I'm sure you will, David. I'm sure you will. But don't expect me to admire you for it. I liked you better as a fool.
Victoria, since that horse seems to mean so much to you and Audra, you can have it back.
Well, what did they say?
The wire came back. They didn't stop at Brownsville. They must have taken a different route. You!
You have only 3 men watching my ranch. Now, can I get more protection than that?
Our patrol's out day and night. If there's trouble, you'll get more protection.
There are mirrored flashes within half a mile of my place. O'Toole is getting closer. I tell you, we come.
We caught one of O'Toole's men coming out of the saloon. Jack recognized him off a poster.
Where is he?
Down the corral.
All right, get him down. Looks like he gave you some trouble.
Yeah, at first.
Who is he?
One of O'Toole's men. Horn and Jack caught him coming out of the saloon.
I'll send Jeff for the sheriff.
Not yet. I want to question him first. If we can find where O'Toole's camp is, maybe able to surprise him before he strikes again.
Why can't the sheriff question him?
Because I prefer to do it myself.
I'm on my way to Sonora, I tell you. I don't know nothing.
Don't you? What's your name?
Brady.
Your real name?
That's it. Brady. Bill.
How's your name Brady if the name on the belt buckle says J.D.?
That's Jim's. Martha gave it to him.
You got that buckle when you helped string Jim Dunn up and burn his cabin down, didn't you?
No.
Didn't you?
No. No.
You lied.
No. I bought it. I bought it.
Where's one O'Toole?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is he?
Please, I don't know. They just split up. It's just passing through. Taking the shortcut to Sonora.
All right. We'll drag it out of you. Mount up.
No, please. Please, I can't tell you. Please, I can't tell you. You got no right to do this. Please. You got no right. Please.
David.
I suggest you and Audra go into the
Oh,
house.
surely you're not going through with this torture.
The only way to get the information.
Will, are you going to let this happen?
Go ahead, Horn. bring him here. He's dead, Major. You wanted to talk to me, Victoria?
Yes, David, I do. I know it's late, but I have something to say to you, something important. As you know, I've never believed in vigilante justice.
We don't believe in her either. But we gotta have protection.
I know, and I'm just as afraid of O'Toole as the rest of you. But I'm more afraid of what is happening to us.
What are you driving at, Victoria?
These past weeks, we've seen our neighbors bullied, our laws defied. We've even seen a man murdered.
Now, hold down, Victoria. Murder's a pretty hard word.
Is it? What else would you call it?
Well, after all, he was guilty.
Perhaps. But it wasn't up to us to decide. And a few weeks ago, we wouldn't have let it happen. No matter who he was or what he did, we would not have let it happen. Don't you see? We've been so anxious to save ourselves that we've given up everything that we've ever believed in. Now, I can't answer for the rest of you. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't go on. I'd rather face the enemy out there in those hills than the one here inside of us. This is my share of the money. I want you and your men off my ranch by tomorrow morning.
Victoria, don't be a fool. You've seen the signals. O'Toole's men are everywhere. When they see my men leaving, you won't have a chance.
Perhaps not. But I prefer that way of dying.
What about your daughter? You want her to die, too?
I don't think we're going to die, Major Winkup. But if I'm wrong, I prefer Mother's way.
Then you're both fools.
Just a minute, Winkup. We're all with you, Victoria. You got enough money in there to pay them off?
You bet I have.
The minute we pull out, O'Toole's man up on that ridge is going to start flashing that mirror.
We'll take our chances.
I don't think you have a chance. But I'll try to get you some more time. As soon as it's light, I'll try to knock out that mirror.
I thought you didn't believe in lost causes.
I don't. But I believe in earning my pay. All right, mister. Drop the mirror.
I would... Oh, Major?
Tolly.
Take it easy, Major. This was all Horn's idea. He told me to stay up here and just keep signaling.
Where's O'Toole's man?
We killed him the other day when we went on a scouting party.
Bound up. We're going back to the ranch.
Sure, Major. Sure.
We're about ready, Major. Where you been?
Talking to Tolly.
Tolly?
He sent you this.
Well, now, we'd have told you, Major, but you've been acting kind of funny on this job.
Tell me now.
I know Toole's men left days ago. Things was getting too hot, so they figured to split up and lay low for a while.
How'd you find out?
Beat it out of that fellow we found up on the ridge. That's why those signals was beginning to stop.
So you thought you'd keep them going, so's the money keep coming in?
Well, like I said, you've been acting funny on this job.
That's right, Major, ever since you seen that Mrs. Barkley.
Keep Mrs. Barkley's name out of this.
Yeah, anyway, we figured you wouldn't go along with it.
You were right. Don't try it, Hall. You either. Give me those gun bells. And then you can give me that money I gave you.
What for?
Belongs to the ranchers. I'm sorry we didn't leave on time, Victoria. I discovered I still believed in lost causes.
David, the boys will be home in a few days. I wish you'd stay over and meet them.
I think I better be on my way. I'm glad we met again, Victoria.
So am I. And thank you for everything.
I'm the one that should be grateful. Bye, Audra.
Where will you be going?
Going? To look for ambergris.
Do you think you'll find it?
The ambergris? Yes. Yes, this time I think he will.